At this time, the chair will recognize Councilwoman Reynolds Brown, who presented a resolution recognizing Wanda Paul. Would Ms. Paul and those accompanying her please join the councilwoman at the podium?
I'd like to invite up the chairman of the board of the Philadelphia Visitors and Convention Bureau and the brilliant leadership of Julie Coker Graham to the podium, please. Chairman De Benedictis. Patrick Paul, to the podium, please. So how many of us got a chance to enjoy the NFL draft festivities? Councilman Jones and Councilman Kenyatta Johnson, do you look forward to the fall Army-Navy game? Well, those type of experiences don't happen because we dream it or wish it. There is a think tank of genius hospitality professionals that make that happen. A couple of facts about the hospitality and tourism industry. We need to know that hospitality and leisure is the fastest growing sector of employment in Philadelphia. Councilman Green would know that very well. With jobs up 23% since 2010. Just last year, we all know that we had a chance to enjoy the DNC, and ultimately the DNC and all of the 19 conventions in our city push attendance to 1 million people. That happens because of this agency. This year, we're going to enjoy 23 convention and trade shows that are slated for the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau. And it happens because of leadership and professionals and technicians who make things happen. This morning, it's a wonderful pleasure for me to celebrate one of those leaders in that think tank. Hubert Humphrey said that one of the greatest gifts of life is friendship, and I have received it from Wanda Paul. So this morning we are recognizing and honoring Wanda D. Paul for her extraordinary dedication, tireless advocacy, and lifetime of service to the citizens of Philadelphia. Whereas Wanda D. Paul was born and raised in a city of brotherly love and sisterly effectiveness, and is the proud graduate of the Temple University Fox School of Business. And whereas Mrs. Paul began her career as an auditor with Deloitte Haskins and Sales in 1979, and went on to serve under the administration of our city's first African-American mayor, W. Wilson Goode, from 1983 to 1985, before transitioning to the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau. And
whereas Mrs. Paul has represented the city of Philadelphia with distinction for nearly 30 years as a leader with the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau, the official tourism promotion agency for the city of Philadelphia across the globe. Mrs. Paul currently serves as Senior Vice President, where she is responsible for administration of the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau budget, oversight of the organization's financial operations, technological improvements, and personnel administration, among many other responsibilities. And
whereas Mrs. Paul uses her time and talents to improve the quality of life in the city she loves. She serves on the boards of several organizations impacting Philadelphians, including Stepping Stone Scholars, Broad Street Ministry, the National Adoption Center, and the Urban League of Philadelphia Advisory Board, and is also a member of the International Association of Hospitality Accountants, the Federal Bureau of Investigation Community Service Partnership, the National Coalition of Black Meeting Planners, and the Destination Management Association International. And
whereas Mrs. Paul has showed particular devotion in advancing the cause of the Urban League of Philadelphia, a historic civil rights organization celebrating its centennial year in 2017. Mrs. Paul is a lifetime member of the League, and the first and only woman chairperson of its board of directors. Mrs. Paul has received the organization's Whitney M. Young Community Service and Volunteer of the Year awards and will be a centennial honoree at the Urban League's 2017 Empowerment Dinner. And
whereas the extraordinary contributions of Mrs. Paul have led to the receipt of numerous awards and accolades, including the Philadelphia Business Journal's Women of Distinction Award, the International Visitors Council Citizens Diplomacy Award, the Urban Education Gimper Award, the Temple University Hall of Fame Award, now therefore be it
resolved that the Council of the City of Philadelphia does hereby honor, recognize, celebrate, and say thank you to Wanda D. Paul for your extraordinary dedication, tireless advocacy, and lifetime of service to the citizens of Philadelphia. Further resolved that an engrossed copy of this citation be presented to you as evidence of the sincere sentiments of this legislative body. Wanda D. Paul is an exceptional human being. Let's salute her.
Thank you. Thank you, Blondell. Thank you, council members. I have a heart of appreciation for three major things today. One is for City Council for this honor. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. But more importantly, thank you for everything you do for this great city. Philadelphia is the city it is because of the tireless efforts of servants like you, so thank you. The council people that I'm about to mention, Council President Darrell Clark, Councilwoman Marion Tasco, Councilman Brian O'Neill, and my personal friend, Councilwoman Blondell Reynolds Brown, have all served on our boards during my tenure. Thank you for your leadership, for your service, and for your support over the years. I also have a heart of appreciation for the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau. I've served under 3 CEOs during my 31-and-a-half-year tenure. They are Tom Muldoon, Jack Ferguson, and the incomparable Nick DeBenedictis. As chairman of the board of the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm sorry. Julie Coker Graham is the incomparable CEO that I'm currently serving under. Bill Giles, Bruce Crawley, and Nick DeBenedictis are the chairmen that I've served under. If you can imagine, only 3 CEOs in 31 years, and 3 chairmen in 31 years. They stick around for a reason. They stick around because it is by far the best convention and visitors bureau in the country. And what helps make it the best are the staff members that are behind me, the team that makes up the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau. They are tireless workers who do their very best to make the Convention and Visitors Bureau the best in the country. And lastly, please indulge me by saying that I've hit the husband lottery. I married Patrick Paul 20 years ago. He has been a rock and an inspiration to me over those 20 years. So indulge me to thank my husband, Patrick Paul, for being a great husband. Thank you all very much.
The council will be at ease.